Hello, I'm ABXToyCat and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the future of Minecraft, and usually when I do that on my channel I'm focused on the next update because everybody loves to know exactly what's coming in the next update, whether it be for PC or the console, because that's the stuff we're closest to getting our hands on. However, some of the most exciting, developments in the future of Minecraft have come from just things that we've had mentioned but without a specific update. And given that Notch has had so many of these, I think it'd be cool to collect 5 of the features that he's mentioned will be coming at some point and put them all in one video, because even though he's not on the development team anymore, it's still kind of exciting to see, some of the ideas that have been thrown around in Mojang office and, that might be coming in the future at some point. So please do like the video if you do like it. It helps out the channel a lot, and let's know you do like it. And let's get straight into the video then, shall we? So let's start with the first one here, which was a feature that was in the game for a full update at one point, and that is dirt slabs. So these are one of the most likely features because they're so easy to put in the game. A dirt slab is of course just a half slab made out of dirt, and it kind of makes sense when you think about it because you can use it to make more natural terrain. And that was the idea behind him putting it in the game. However, because he tried to put it in the terrain generator, it made stuff like this happen. And as you can see, this looks much less natural than just having dirt blocks. And apparently it must have just really annoyed him because he just removed it the next update and it hasn't been seen since. However, since Notch had stopped working for a really long time, whenever there's a update where this thematically fits, so let's say there's one where they want to improve the terrain generator, I think dirt and grass half slabs are just one of those ideas that make a bunch of sense. So yeah, dirt slabs were removed, but they said they were coming back at some point, and they never did, but now, the chance is higher than ever. So yeah, that's the dirt slab. Great one for you builders, but what about features for people who aren't builders? So this second feature had a lot of controversy because of the way it was going to be implemented, but it's not a bad idea by itself, and that is the lanterns. So Notch originally specified it was going to be one of the first Halloween updates, and it got delayed a little bit and didn't make it in their first update, but the idea behind them was that torches would eventually have to, go out, and you'd have to keep relighting torches, and lanterns would be the only permanent light source. And it sounds really cool to introduce a new block that's permanent, but when the existing block is permanent already, and the old one is one that people like, it caused a lot of people to be really upset with it. So Notch said that they were going to be postponed because of the fact that, everyone really hated the idea of the changes to the torches, and to be fair, I don't think they should ever do that. If they make torches have to be relit with flint and steel every 10 minutes, that's awful. I want to light up places of torches, just have that done. However, the key part of this idea, the lantern can come back, just because it's, mixed with this questionable history. The lantern is such a good idea because right now we have 3 major light sources. We have, the jack-o'-lantern, we have glowstone, and we have torches. And although glowstone is used where most people would use a lantern, I think a lantern could just make something that fits of so many more builds. And again, it's just one of those things that could work for builders with their whole own thing, but it could also work for just regular survival players if you get it a higher light level and make it difficult to craft or something, or give it a lower light level and give it different purposes. I think just, having the ability to have something like that would be useful. Again, you can argue there's the redstone lantern, but we just don't have anything that's a true, light source like you'd have in a real life. Maybe that's part of the theme of Minecraft, but to me the lantern is a good enough idea that I think it could see a return at some point. So this next one is one that I think makes a lot of sense to anyone who's ever thought about how fishing works in Minecraft, because Notch mentioned that at one point he wanted to have fish be an actual mob that you can catch from the sea. So basically he said that he was going to, add the fish model that you can actually catch in the sea by itself. However, in that whole time we've never seen the model, but the thing, that makes me think this isn't just an offshoot idea is the fact that since then, someone reminded him in a Reddit thread, and he's like, oh yeah, the fish. And then even after that, one of the other Mojang staff members said that he's planning to add it as a mob. So, that basically they really want to add fish as a mob, it's just no one gets around to doing it. So whenever it fits in an update, again, it could be this update, it could be 2 updates from now, or 5 updates from now, I think, seeing fish as a mob would be really cool, because right now, you go fishing and it just makes no sense. You're like, oh, I'm going to wait for random numbers to decide I can go fishing, whereas if there were actual fish swimming around the water, it'd feel like it'd be more skill-based, it'd be a lot more fun, and I would like that system a lot more. So fish is a very cool idea to me, at the very least, and that's why I think it would be pretty cool. The next one is kind of an ambitious one, and you'll notice we're getting more and more ambitious as we go along here, because this is a built-in friends list in Minecraft. And although I think, back when he came up with the idea, and it was just a PC-only game, because that was around about the time of Beta 1.8 on PC, basically, Notch had the idea that you should be able to just have friends you can talk to in the game and do all this other stuff, and then when there's other Mojang games, they can connect in too. Of course, there wasn't other Mojang games, so they never properly built in the friends list, because they were going to start with Scrolls, which has been discontinued, but Minecraft has expanded to just so many platforms, like, main platforms alone, there's at least 10 You got to consider, with all these different people playing Minecraft and all these different platforms, because they want to unify them and they've said they want to unify them, the best way to do that is a built-in friends list to Minecraft. So you're not tied to the fact that, you're on the platform. Like, if I want to talk to my, PS3 friend on my 360, I can't. But if they had a built-in friends list, I could talk to my PC friends, my Pocket Edition friends, and my PS3, PS4 friends, all from an Xbox 60, for instance. And I think it would be a big ask for all the teams to do this at once, but I think this is one of the features that is very likely in the future, because once you have realms there too, it allows you to play with the people on all these consoles, and it's just one of those massive ideas that might not be the next update, but it's one of those big updates to the game that I think is really cool. So yeah, the friends list, quite an ambitious project, but it allows so much. And the next, the couple it's kind of two things in one, for the fifth feature that Notch has mentioned, this one is really insane, and it was from so far away that I think it's very unlikely at this point. But it has been mentioned, basically back in 2009 when the game was first brought out, so over 6 years ago now, when Notch was just talking about the game on some forums. This is, you can prove this is him. Basically, he was talking about the game modes that were going to be in the game at the time. At the time, it was a very basic game where you just place some blocks, and it was kind of like a hybrid between creative and survival. And he mentioned the game modes that are going to be in Minecraft. So he mentions creative mode. You get infinite materials and build without delay. Can be played both as single player and multiplayer. And then there's survival mode, which is single player or cooperative, where you have a health bar and need to eat in order to stay healthy. You have to gather materials you wish to use, and construction takes time. Mining through stone is slower than dirt. It's so crazy when you think about the fact that he mentioned this way before these, the hunger only came in 4 years later. It's crazy that he came up with all of this stuff back then, and he actually followed through on it. So maybe Team Survival mode is going its own thing. So Team Survival was just, it's survival mode, but you're divided into two teams. You have to survive, but you also have to fight each other. And then the crazy one to me is Fortress mode. And this is one I think probably would work as a mod for a server, but I think it'd be cool to be built into Minecraft, where after you have built a level in creative or survival, you can, play against someone else's fortress, and you both have to fight using your fortresses, playing Capture the Flag or perhaps something else. This Capture the Flag mode was then mentioned as being first for consoles at some point, but that never came. But it's just one of those massively cool ideas that would take a lot of work. But imagine playing Capture the Flag with your fortress versus your friend's fortress, trying to work out how to build the best thing. Maybe that would get away from the point of Minecraft, but to me, it sounds like the most epic game mode ever, and I kind of want to just play it anyway. Like, give two teams, I don't know, let's say 10 minutes in creative to build a fortress, and then, see how that works. I think it's a cool idea. Maybe that's a game mode I have to consider just making by myself. Let me know what you think. But that is the fifth of the ideas not just mentioned. It's the coolest, it's the least likely, but Fortress mode would be so cool, and I'm excited for it, even though I know it's probably never happening. So I hope you did enjoy the video. Please do like it if you did like it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if subscribed, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.